my goal next year at this time, I want to be one of those people posting on Reddit, sharing my results on how I've beaten the market. Hey everybody, Walrus here from Walrus Street. October is winding down soon, and with that comes the 1-year anniversary of my channel, and I wanted to celebrate, and like I mentioned in my weekly video this week, I am going to be doing a new Theta wheel option trading strategy. But first, I do want to say cheers to you guys for supporting me for the last year. I really appreciate everything that you've done for me, and you're actually making this series possible, as I'm going to show you in a moment. Before I get started, I do want to say I know the audio is a little bit wonky. I have to use the onboard audio on the camera. I have a lapel microphone, and it worked when I tested it at home, but it's not working now, so way to go, professional YouTuber. With your support, I'm proud of what I've accomplished over the last year. I've amassed over 47,000 subscribers on the channel, but I'm not satisfied with that. I have plateaued a little bit as far as my subscriber growth goes, and that's on me for not really varying my content, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. Now, also over the last year, thanks to your support and my partnership with Webull, I have amassed over $10,000 in free stock on Webull, and as of right now, I haven't actually sold any of that stock, but that's going to be changing this week. I am going to liquidate all $10,000 of that stock from Webull that I've got from your referrals, from using my link, and I'm going to be using that to fund my new series. It's kind of seed money as far as the option trading series goes. I think part of the appeal of my early videos was actually seeing my options trading on the video, and I was doing it on Robinhood for a while, and then I kind of just stopped when the penny stock started rising and I was focusing more on research, and I want to get back to that. I want to get back to that point where I'm actually showing you guys options trading, and I'm kind of making options a little bit less intimidating to get into. The core options trading strategy that I'll be employing is the Theta wheel, which is a relatively safe options trading strategy as long as you're mitigating your risk appropriately. It's a great strategy for beginners and advanced options sellers alike, and in order to understand a Theta wheel, I'm going to be releasing a couple of explanatory videos this week for you guys. Now, I was actually inspired to make this video because for the last couple weeks, I've been selling cash secured puts on Workhorse, and Workhorse isn't really a stock that I'm crazy about, but at the current valuations, I mean, it could be worse. I've been getting about 3 to 4% returns on Workhorse for the last couple weeks, and it really just made me realize how awesome it is to collect premium and to sell options on different stocks. And I also remembered how infinitely more relaxing selling options is compared to buying options. Now, for the last couple months, I've been seeing a couple of posts on Reddit, actually more than a couple. I've been seeing a bunch of posts on Reddit on our options and on our Theta gang, as well as over on Seeking Alpha, and these are people who have been running a Theta wheel for the last year plus. They've been documenting their progress, and they've handily beaten the market over the last year. Now, I understand that beating the market for 1 year is not the hallmark of a good trader, but it is where you need to start if you do want to beat the market consistently. So my goal next year at this time, I want to be one of those people posting on Reddit, sharing my results on how I've beaten the market. As with everything else I do on this channel, I want this to have full transparency, so I'll be documenting everything that I do on a Google Sheet. I'll be tracking my premium received, I'll be tracking my gains, my losses, everything on the sheet. Every single trade's going to go onto the sheet, and I'm going to be posting a link below the videos on the trading videos. Also, I'll be recording my screen when I'm doing my trades on Webull so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So I hope you guys do enjoy this series, and I hope you continue to support me as I endeavor to use Theta to beat the market. For today's intro, I do want to explain a little bit about what a Theta wheel is. There are literally dozens of videos that you guys could check out on YouTube that are wonderful explanatory videos explaining what the Theta wheel is, but since you're here on my channel, I'm assuming you want to hear me talk about it, so cheers to that one. Let's give it a go. Now, in the most basic sense, the Theta wheel is a bullish options trading strategy, wherein the trader chooses an underlying stock and then alternates selling puts and selling covered calls on that stock once they've been assigned. When you're considering the Theta wheel, I want you to think of two separate wheels. Even though it's called the Theta wheel, it's technically like the Theta wheels, I guess. So the first part of the cycle is going to be choosing a stock. That's the most important part. You have money in your account, you choose a stock, and then you sell cash secured puts on that stock. As soon as you sell those cash secured puts, you collect premium. And this premium is how you actually make money with the Theta wheel. Effectively, you're putting up collateral for these stocks, saying that you'll buy them if they drop below a certain price, and another party is paying you to put up this collateral. So you collect that premium right away. This premium is juicy. It's what we want in Theta Gang. And that's pretty much it. You pick a stock, you sell cash secured puts, you collect premium, and then you wait for the expiration on your option. Now, there's different Theta Gang strategies where you can close out early, but I'm actually going to be playing weeklies on my strategy, and part of that is because I live in Korea and I'm asleep when the market's open. So I need a strategy that's going to have as little active management as possible. Now, at some point after you sell puts, collect premium, wait for expiration, rinse and repeat, inevitably you are going to get assigned the stock, and you're going to have to buy the stock for that strike using the collateral that you put up. And if you picked a stock that you like and you don't mind holding, this isn't the end of the world. So the next part of the wheel, the second part of the cycle, is going to be using that stock, selling covered calls for a 100-share position of that stock, collecting premium again, more fat premium, and waiting for expiration, and then you do it again. And you keep doing this until the stocks are called away from you. So the whole position in Theta Gang is you're actually not holding stock. You're selling options, and you're getting rid of your stock eventually through covered calls. And the premium is really what you're looking at here, as opposed to the appreciation of the underlying asset. Once your stock gets called away, you rinse and you repeat, starting with the selling put cycle. You start the whole thing over again. Now, the Theta wheel is a strategy that works best when the market is either flat or rising. It doesn't work so good when the market is falling. It's possible to do it, but you have to time everything really, really well. So for the last couple months, we have had a flat market coming out of a bull market. This is still a fine time to use a Theta Gang strategy. That being said, you guys know I'm not super bullish on the stock market right now, so I'm going to be doing a non-correlated Theta wheel where I'm selling stocks that are not correlated with the S&P 500 in an effort to mitigate part of the volatility created by the market for these stocks. Because assignment is inevitable when you're running the Theta wheel, you really want to be careful to pick a stock that you don't mind holding. The goal of the Theta wheel is obviously not to get assigned. Ideally, you would just, collect premium on options, selling options until you die, I suppose. But it happens. It happens to everybody. As long as you're selling options on stocks that you like, then getting assigned isn't the end of the world, and you just use it as kind of like a triggering point, a launch-off point to the second part of the cycle. So while the Theta wheel is a relatively safe options trading strategy, I do have to say it's not exactly free real estate, and there are some risks, some warnings that you do have to be aware of. Warning number one, and this goes without saying, but for every buyer in the market, there also has to be a seller, and vice versa. We all take trades, any trades, be it a stock position or an option position, because we perceive an imbalance in the market. But you have to remember that means there's somebody on the other side of the trade that also perceives an imbalance in the market. So this is somebody that's either way smarter than you or equally as retarded as you, and I frankly don't know which one is more terrifying. Just keep that in mind when you're selling options, and children, do your homework. Warning number two, if you sell puts on a high IV stock, you might be a redneck. Wait, wrong reference, I'm sorry, that doesn't belong here. Let's try that again. If you sell puts on a high IV stock, then you might get stuck with it if the underlying drops in price and the volatility tanks. This means you're afforded the privilege of taking it from both ends while you bag hold a capital loss and you deal with lower premiums trying to sell cover calls to recover your cost. This happens all the time when people try to wheel meme stocks. Now, I've been doing it with Workhorse because the IV is crazy high, but Workhorse is kind of a meme stock, and I understand that I am taking a really big risk here. I would never recommend recommend selling options on meme stocks, even though the higher IV of meme stocks does bring juicy premium. Because if it does tank, you're going to be holding a bag that literally nobody wants. And it would take a long time to recover from a mistake like that using Theta Wheel. Warning number 3. My Theta Wheel strategies are going to be using weekly expiry options, 5 to 7 days to expiration. These are basically set it and forget it, and this works well in my situation where I'm literally asleep during trading hours and I can't manage it. The cool thing about weeklies is that even if I was awake during market hours, I still probably couldn't manage it, because if there's a sudden IV spike and I'm caught on the wrong side of a trade, given the short deadline and the short expiry of a weekly option, the results are basically inevitable. The writing's on the wall. Either you're going to get assigned a stock or it's going to get called away, and if you don't want it, tough luck. So that's it for the first little video, the first primer in this series. On the next video, I'm going to be explaining a lot of the vocab that's necessary to understand for running a Theta Wheel. Specifically terms like premium, days to expiration, IV, theta, gamma, delta, you know, the Greeks, that type of thing. And hopefully you get a better grasp of the more academic side to the Theta Wheel. Following that, I'll be releasing a video that's going to talk about the differences between selling 5 to 7 days to expiration options as compared to like 30 to 45 days to expiration, which are the really popular ones. And then I'll be releasing a video that's going to be talking about which stocks I actually want to wheel and why I want to wheel those stocks. That's it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I realize this is a little different. I hope you like the change of pace. I'm more relaxed. This whole series is going to be more relaxed. And as always, if you want to support the channel, please check out my referral link below the video. If you sign up for an account, deposit $100, you get a free stock, I get a free stock, everybody wins. Also, if you enjoyed the video today, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to be alerted to all my content as soon as it goes live. Make sure you hit that notification bell. All right, everybody, thanks a lot. Stay safe, happy trading. I'll see you in a bit.